for daily routines. Today we're going to start with some blending practice, and we're going to make some words and switch up some letters and see what we get. So I'm going to make the first word with letter cards, and you should make the sounds along with me as I put the cards out. D, a, d. Now let's try blending it back together. Dad, dad. So that's easy enough. That's the word dad, and it has the letter A, or the sound A, in the middle. D, a, d. But now what happens if I cover up that A and make it an I? And now the sound is I. Let's see how that changes the word. It used to be dad, but now it's did. Did. The word did. Let's try another one. Make the sounds as I put the cards out. L, a, d. Let's try blending it back together. Lad. Lad. Okay, so that's the word lad with the letter A in the middle. A. But what happens if we change that and make it a letter I in the middle? Let's see what our new word is. L, I, d. Lid. Lid. We have one more to do. Make the sounds as I put the cards out. D, ah, oh, doll. Doll. That's the word doll. Now let's try changing that letter O that says ah in da ow to an I that says it. Dill. Dill. That's a plant that you would use in cooking to make things taste good, like maybe pickles. So that's the word dill. Next, we're going to do dictation. For dictation today, we're going to listen for a middle sound. Not the beginning sound and not the ending sound, but the one that's in the middle. So say the word tip. Let's chop it. T, okay, so now we need to write the letter. It's going to be an I, an A, or an O. So maybe I'll put these cards out so that it's a little easier for us to remember what we're listening for. It's going to be one of these sounds in the middle of the word. So let's chop it again, and when you hear one of these sounds, you can say what it is. T, I. I hear our new letter I. I. So let's write a lowercase I. Now say the word tap. Let's chop the word tap. Tap. Now let's chop it again and listen for one of these vowels. I, A, or O. A. There it is. A. Let's make a lowercase letter A on the handwriting lines. Say the word top. Let's chop the word top. Ah. Now let's chop it again and listen for one of these vowel sounds. I, A, or ah. 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 That's the letter O. Let's make a lowercase o on the handwriting lines. So far you should have I, A, and O. Say the word hit. Let's chop the word hit. It. Now let's do it again and really listen for one of these sounds in the middle of the word. I, ah, or ah. I. Which one of these says I? That's our new letter I. Let's make a lowercase I on the handwriting lines. Say the word hat. Let's chop the word hat. At. Now let's chop it again and listen for that middle sound in the word hat. Ah. Which one of these says ah? That's our letter A. With a finger space, of course a finger space, make a lowercase letter A on the handwriting lines. Say the word hop. Let's chop the word hop. Ah. Which one of these letters do you hear in the middle of the word hop? Let's chop it again and listen for ah, I, or ah. Ah. Ah, there it is. That's the letter O. You make a finger space, use your finger to make a finger space, and write the lowercase o on the handwriting lines. Last for daily routines will be handwriting. We're going to start by making a letter I pair with an uppercase and a lowercase. Uppercase letter I and lowercase letter I. Next, we're going to make an uppercase letter L and a lowercase letter L. Remember, both of them are tall. They both start at the pink line and go down to the chocolate line. And you can't see it very well, but I do have that little stick right here on my uppercase letter L. Next, we're going to make the letter that says S. Make an uppercase and lowercase letter that says S. That's our letter S. After that, we're going to make an uppercase and a lowercase letter that says D. Which letter says D? That's the letter D. Start with a C to make a D. After that, we're going to make an uppercase and a lowercase letter A. A says ah. Ah. I should be making the sounds as I write the letters. Next, we're going to write an uppercase and a lowercase letter G. 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 Remember, if you make a mistake or your letter gets too crazy and you need to slow your hand down, just pause the video and then you can erase and start the video up again and pick up where you left off. After G, we're going to write the letter O. Ah. Ah. Remember to use the handwriting lines correctly. We don't want to write in the space in between here. We want finger spaces, and we want our letters touching the correct lines. So uppercase letters usually touch the pink line and the chocolate line. Lowercase letters sometimes touch the pink line, but lots of times they start at the yellow line. The last letter pair we're going to write is the one that says K. And that's the letter C. The last part of handwriting is a full sentence. A sentence has an idea, it's made up of words, and it means something. It's telling us something. And it will have punctuation at the end. That means either a period, an exclamation, or a question mark. So I'm going to write this sentence. Last is a owl. Read this sentence with me now. Lass is a doll. And I used my normal voice because there's a period at the end. And Lass's name has to start with an uppercase letter. And I used finger spaces. And what does this sentence mean? Lass is a doll. Remember, the lion family, they're actually dolls, right? And Lily pretends that they're real. So this sentence is reminding us or telling us that Lass is a doll. So you should write this sentence and then you should read the sentence on your own. And that's all we're going to do for daily routines.